can you adjust it real quick?
We are live.
So is the camera okay?
The camera's fine.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. How did you spend your Thanksgiving? And did you have a good time? I think is the most important thing. Did you enjoy the day? And of course, as a keto coach to many, were you good or weren't you good? No judgment here. It's so common during the holidays for people to either all sides of the spectrum, or they either completely derail or they do a mix of each, or they will have, say, a cheat day, counted as a cheat day, or some people don't cheat at all. They make their Thanksgiving a keto or a low carb Thanksgiving, if you like. So that brings us to today's live show. We will do a roll call shortly, but I thought, you must have a ton of leftovers in your refrigerator and you probably don't feel like cooking. So we did one Q&A before this, and I was away in Melbourne, a whole other city in Australia. And Chris, he did the Q&A.
What are you laughing for?
Because you were very, you looked camera shocked, or I don't know how to put that, but he was very all about the business, wasn't he? So with that, shall we have a roll call and see who's here?
I don't like being on camera, okay? I freeze and get like deer in the headlights.
It's taken me a while to not look like I'm a deer in the headlights.
Yes.
But the live shows have helped me not feel nervous, facing a camera. I used to, I'm cured, I used to have a phobia of being watched. So start a YouTube channel there, see it?
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
But I have to say, doing videos for the last few years haven't helped, but, chatting with you guys and, live shows have just helped me get over it completely. So, roll call.
All right, well, first person first.
Mom H.
Mrs. Henderson.
Hello, Mom.
Hello, Mom. And then we have Auntie Judy.
Hello,
Ella
Auntie.
is here but not here.
Hello, Ella.
She will watch the live later, so hi Ella when you do watch live.
It's at an unreasonable time in Germany.
It is, I know.
Yeah.
We have the lovely Danielle Graves.
Hi, Danny.
Oh my goodness, Lily Albright's here this week.
Hello, Lily.
Lily, how are you and how is hubby? Angela Diaz is here.
Hello, Angela. Thank you for your support in our new business venture. We'll let you know a little bit about it for those who don't know yet. Anyway.
Keto Mama is here, aka Ruth.
Hello, Ruth.
Says good evening, Mel, and hello, handsome Chris, who is rocking the pink hair.
Oh, she's been nice to you today.
Thank you, Ruth. We'll keep you on. It's lovely to have you here. Mrs. Louise Braubach.
Oh, hello, Louise.
Marianne.
Hello, Marianne.
Susan, aka
Hello,
Dago.
Susan.
I said Auntie Judy.
Yeah.
Kelly Bow.
Oh, hello, Kelly.
Chef Fat Graham.
Oh, hello, Chef. Which reminds me, Marzi Mars. He might appear at any live, right? But he is so under pressure with what's currently happening in his personal life that he hasn't been able to attend a live show. But he says that he is with us in spirit, and as soon as he gets a chance, he will attend one of our live shows and join in with the gang once again. Anyway, so carry on.
Very good. Becky is here. Joe Johnson in the house.
Hello.
Auntie Kathy. Already said Marianne.
Auntie Kathy.
Michelle Lakowski.
Hi, Michelle.
Auntie Chris.
Oh, hello, Auntie Chris.
Charlotte Ferris,
Hello, Charlotte.
Michael Rosenau,
Oh, hello, Michael.
Shirley Millar,
Hello, Shirley.
and Michelle Ware.
Oh, hello, Michelle. Lovely to have the live show at a decent hour in Australia. But I know that it's dinner time around, Northern America. So having a coffee with Mel is a little bit inappropriate, but it is the morning here for us.
Because you only drink coffee in the morning, right?
I think I go sometimes I will have a coffee in the evening, and really it's because we sometimes work late into the night. But I think I have 2 or 3 coffees a day. So sorry about that, Chris. I don't feel bad about your question.
You should.
Yeah.
All right, so do you want to start some questions?
Oh, shall we get into it?
First and by far the most important question ever asked by anyone ever on the planet. Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I'm going to say the chicken. I did answer Danny, but she was just joking, but I did answer in the comments.
I'm just going to see if there's any in the roll call chatters, because they were up first. Lily asked, who snores louder, Chris or Mel?
Apparently I purr. And what is it when I'm super tired? I purr. Is it?
Yeah, you don't really snore. It's a very low, like a muted, I don't know, it's kind of...
Like breathing.
Yeah.
Yes. Chris snores very loudly when he's ill, like when he's got a cold or a flu. He's What you should really be asking who farts the loudest. So please go to the next question before we get a whole...
if you want to go there, we can go there. So along with the question of who farts the loudest, you have to follow that up with a supplementary question. Who farts the smelliest?
Look, I think we're getting a bit personal.
I think we are too. Let's see. Lots of people saying they had a good Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Yeah, Michelle says she's back for a short while anyway. She's going out from 11 a.m. onwards. Very good. Angela Diaz is asking, any chance on doing a live Zoom or Zoom cooking show? I'm sure time zones will be difficult.
There's a number of issues with the Zoom platform in itself. It is very hard to actually set that up. I did look into it. Michelle Ware actually asked for a Zoom kind of cooking thing, but the thing is like, how do we set the time for one? And I don't know is the question. So there's 2 that are interested in a Zoom kind of setup, but if there's more, please let me know. I will try and figure something out. I don't quite know how it would work.
Michelle says Zoom is limited to how many you can have online, which is true.
Right.
Lily says my hubby snores so loud he wakes up the dead. Okay, who farts the loudest? Lily, it's me. Let's just get that out there. Angela Diaz says my husband said my snoring can wake the dead. Yes. All right. Next question. Can you explain what CK flour is, and is it 0 carb?
Right. Let's get our equipment or our supplies out. It's not only this.
Okay. I'm just trying to help. Put me on blast. I feel like I should have pre-warned you. I didn't know you were going to be off camera.
No, you didn't.
For half a day.
Half a day.
mingle amongst yourselves, people.
A bit of move for coffee.
And what else do you need?
Just 2 more things. All right, so this is, you can see my brands that I use as well. So CK flour is clean keto flour. We call it clean keto flour because there's no nasties in the flour. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is 0 carb, and this is why. Depending on how you make up your flour, that will determine the carb count. So that answers the one question, doesn't it? So let's move this aside for a bit. These are the 3 essential ingredients, which is egg white protein powder, gelatin, and bamboo fiber. With bamboo fiber, the 1-to-1 substitute is oat fiber. And with gelatin, I mean, there are other substitutes for it. You can use xanthan gum, agar, konjac powder, I believe, is very good as well, but it will not be the same quantities because gelatin is very gentle compared to the substitutes. Now, egg white powder. I think the closest substitute for egg white powder is meringue powder. You know, the meringue powder that bakers use. I think meringue powder is the closest to it. And then the question is it just another name for egg white powder? Right, so this final component is a variable. That's why I was saying what you use in terms of this 4th ingredient will determine the carb count. So you've got a meat-based powder or flour that you can use, or you can use a nut-based flour, or there are an array of other. Somebody's experimenting with ground up pork rinds, turkey, beef. Few people have used beef, and there are other keto approved flours that you can use as well. So that is what CK flour is. It's just a blend of powders to achieve good results in keto baking. Which brings us to this. If you haven't seen our announcement yet, we have released our own bamboo fiber, and if you look at the latest video on my YouTube channel, you will see the links to shop. It's just cookwithmel.com, and yeah, would love your support, especially if you're in Australia. I believe shipping in the US is pricey, and eventually we will try and work out a solution if our business is successful.
I should have better pricing for the US freight by tomorrow.
Oh, by tomorrow. But was it Angela Diaz said to me that it's very expensive, and because I would need a US address to be able to find out how expensive it is beforehand. So once she told us that, we went over and we said, look, we need better pricing. Can you help us out? So they're going to get back to us. Yeah, that's it, I think.
Michelle says she's still waiting to win Powerball, so she can throw lots of money your way to make the flours for her, the blends for her.
Well, actually, I did it for Marzi Mars, Michelle. So if you want me to do it for you, just let me know, okay? Happy to do it, and we'll ship it to you. Yeah.
Becky had a question on the CK flour as you were talking. She says, how do I turn CK almond flour into self-raising flour?
So this is what I do. I just add the baking powder as I go. I have recommended that you leave, when you're mixing your flour, Store it as a cake flour or a standard flour, and don't turn it into self-raising, because when you want to say you want a self-raising flour, you would just add your baking powder to the dry mix in your bowl. If you are making a full-size cake, for example, I would add minimum a tablespoon to a tablespoon and a half of baking powder to your dry mix. If you are making, for example, a mug cake or a recipe for one, you only need a teaspoon. Does that help?
Becky also said, how do you have bamboo fiber with your brand? But you already explained that, and she says, congratulations, Mel.
Oh, who said Becky? Thank you, Becky.
Auntie Judy says, congratulations on the bamboo flour branding.
Thank you, Auntie Judy.
Jojo Johnson says, yay.
Yeah.
Becky says, can I get it in the US? Oh, you've answered that already. Yes, you can. Lily says, as you know, I use lupin flour and have pretty good results, except I was surprised lupin flour and the chicken flour is not a good mix.
No, I don't, because you're getting two very absorbent powders there. So yeah, I don't imagine it would be. But thank you for letting us know, Lily. It'll prevent us from even trying it in future.
Jonna Farrell has arrived. Haven't seen Jonna for a while. Hey, Jonna. Michelle Ware, what the? Question. I didn't realize this is your product. Awesome. We'll check it out closer now.
Thank you, Michelle.
Oh, and Babu has arrived in the chat now. Very.
Hello,
he says, Babu says, congratulations, Mel, on the bamboo flour.
Thank you.
Hope it takes off. Babu, very important question for you. What is your name?
Yes.
So we can call you by name instead of your username. Kelly says, I can be your US shipping center, not even joking, would be happy to help support this community. That is awesome, Kelly. Thank you. That might be something we can actually look at and ship a whole bunch over there.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome.
Becky, would you just use baking powder? Oh, Jonna says, I need to order the flour. Becky says, would you just use baking powder? Why there are some recipes with baking powder and baking soda? Oh, both baking powder and baking soda.
Okay, so baking soda is much more concentrate than baking powder. They're both raising agents, and if it requires both, I'm not sure why, because most of my recipes will use baking powder, but sometimes I have used baking soda, but not together. So it just might be that they require that much raising agents in the recipe. Does that answer your question? Does that answer the question?
Yeah.
It does, okay.
Why are you asking me if it answers the question? What would I know?
Oh, because when my brain works, I forget like what happened 2 minutes ago.
Explain how ingredients work. You might as well ask me to explain the guidance system on a Patriot missile, because you'll get the same answer. According to Mel, how did you guys meet? This will be, let me just sit comfortably. Sorry, I'm just going to adjust myself, because I answered this in the previous live.
And what did you say?
I'm not going to tell you. So according to Mel, how did you guys meet?
We met in a pool hall. I was with girlfriends and he was with his guy friends, and we kept bumping into each other. What? Why you come round and show them ridiculous comical face you have on?
I'm pursing my lips. We bumped into each other, or you assaulted me?
I think I hit you with the cue stick. You know, when you were trying to whack the ball into the thing. But yeah, I couldn't get rid of Chris. He stalked me after that, something ridiculous. And I just married my stalker. So that's how we met.
Right, okay. So for future notice for all the guys out there, persistence equals stalking.
But isn't that, in a crude kind of explanation, isn't that what happens, in a, kind of setting? Somebody stalks somebody and then, but anyway, yes.
Well, if you hadn't taken so long to get out of your own way and realised that we should be together.
Oh, I had been through a divorce by then, and I was really shy of getting into relationships because things went so bad the first time around. So that's why it took me so long. It took me years to concede.
Painful.
Yes.
All right, Jonna says, the reason you didn't see me, I was healthy enough to go back to work this year. Oh, that's awesome, Jonna. Love that for you.
Congratulations.
Ruth says, does the bamboo flower come with a panda? Michelle,
nice.
Where? Oh, thank you, Mel. I will message you on Facebook soon about the flower. You're the best. Babu says, Lackey, pronounced Lackey. Lackey. Chris helping you not to butcher my name.
Yes.
I hope I didn't butcher it.
Thank you. You know him well.
Susan, congratulations on the bamboo fiber brand.
Thank you, Susan.
Angela is asking a question which we had from a fair few other people as well. Just curious, is the label purposely spelled fiber like?
Oh, right. I will change it for the US. Let me tell you a little bit about this. This is not made by us. We have one company who makes bamboo fiber in the entire, country of Australia, and that is Local Foods. Local Foods have done this for me, right? And they are Australian, of course, and that is how fiber is spelt in many countries, actually. All of the Southern Hemisphere, I think Britain or British colonized countries would spell fiber like that. But
pretty much only the US spells it with an ER.
With the ER. It makes sense because you don't say fibre, you say fiber.
Yeah.
So I can see how the change
would phonetically it makes 100% sense.
Yeah.
100% sense how they say it in how they spell it in the US. It's like meter, center, anything with an RE sound or RE letters, they spell it differently in the US. But everywhere else in the world
they spell it like how you should say it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is why this was done. This wasn't really my doing, so to speak. But we want to test and see if this is something that we could do on an ongoing basis, depending on whether we sell out or how popular is it. So if we continue, then things will change.
I missed this earlier on, but Auntie Chris says, Mel, you're so chic. You've color coordinated your outfit to your beautiful, glorious bamboo fiber packaging.
Oh gosh, I didn't realize. I just threw something on. Thanks.
Lily says she doesn't know why, but the bag reminds her of a tuxedo. I can see where she is.
Yes.
It looks like the Cook with Mel's a bow tie.
Yes, it does. Wow.
Susan says, congratulations on the bamboo fiber
Thank you, Susan.
Oh, I already read that, sorry. Michael says, Angela, that fiber is British English over fiber US.
Okay.
Yep. Danny says, Chris said that you accosted him with a pool stick. And I was right.
Accosted?
Accosted.
I think, yes.
Accosted.
I think you exaggerated.
I think they use the word assaulted.
Because,
actually.
I mean, I'm not the only person to have, bumped the end of a cue stick into somebody else. It doesn't ever or shouldn't end up in a marriage.
I didn't do it on purpose and I didn't do it with force. Chef agrees, he says, OMG, stalking equals marriage. Lucky says, isn't that called Stockholm Syndrome? Yep, beat the crap out of
Stockholm
him. Yeah.
syndrome. We're just joking for those of you who think we're not serious. It's just that, yeah, we genuinely have a legitimate marriage. Legitimate as in, you know, with all the good points and the bad points of a marriage, that's what happens with us.
I did not read the fine print.
I'm not. I don't really have Stockholm. I don't have Stockholm syndrome.
Blink twice if you're okay.
Help. I forgot. I was doing it the other. Oh no, it's no.
It's that.
Okay. Anyway, gosh, we can get distracted.
I know, right?
Keep going.
All right. John says my doctor gave me the all clear without restrictions. Not bad. 2 8-week shutdowns. Took home 60 grand on a spending spree. Very nice. John is having a good end to the year. Becky says TikTok has microwave pizza recipe. I'm going to do it with your CK flour, or maybe I'll wait for your tutorial, Mel.
I haven't seen that actually.
No, I haven't either. But I think there's quite a few on TikTok. But yeah, give it a crack, Becky, and let us know.
I think if I saw the original video, maybe I could do something. Anyway.
Lily says, well, Chris, it could have been a hammer. Kelly. Kelly says, I was the stalker in our relationship. He couldn't understand why I knew his neighbours so well and why I kept running into him.
You got to create opportunities, I say.
That is magic. Yep, exactly. Persistence, that's all it is. You just need to make the other person understand sometimes that they need to be with you.
Yeah. True. He's winking at me.
Michelle says that's understandable, Mel, to go through a breakup, heartbreak like that. It's good to take time to recover.
Yeah.
Susan says you should leave it as fibre as it is, because that it's your product.
Right.
Kelly says marriage with a shady start, chef. Michael says we are more posh, so it's fibre.
Yeah.
Michelle says, I agree with Susan, leave it spelled the British way, as that is what we use. We get US products here with no changes.
Okay.
Good. She also says, yes, Loka, I have their bamboo fibre at the moment. Your bag looks bigger. It is.
It is. So Loka do a 350 gram bag. And I said to them, you need bigger bags, and they didn't really see the vision or what's happening with other countries. They have no way of knowing, and so I didn't have any data to show them that, hey, you need a bigger bag in Australia. So they said that they would do me a bigger bag, and now I want a bigger bag than this. So this is how everything came about. So we're gonna go for 1 kg next, but we do need to sell out of these.
How do you stay on track during the holidays?
Me personally.
Well, I guess you and you, yeah.
Or just anybody.
You and me. How do you? We'll make it. It's a Q&A. So
Let's make it about us.
Yeah.
I have to say that I have a huge benefit, or huge thing about how I manage my diet. When I started my diet, I cheated non-stop. I was a serial cheater, and it got to a point where you're buying all the food, you're baking, and then you're still having, if you see a candy or something, you just pop it in your mouth. And I was like, what am I doing? I had to deal with the psychology behind being successful on a diet. And so, if you want to know what that is, let me know. But just to cut a long story short, I'm not attracted by foods that are not approved on the keto diet. You guys know I bake, I make a lot of my stuff, and if there isn't something that I I wish for, or there isn't anything available, I will try and recreate that whole thing so that I can satisfy, the food I miss, kind of thing, and possibly the food that you miss. So, I mean, there has been times in the past where I've done low carb, but for the last 3 Christmases, I've stayed completely good keto, and it's about making that keto food really delicious. So much so that the non-keto people will come and indulge. So that's what it is. If you enjoy the food, you probably won't be that, much more tempted to cheat.
Follows into the next question. Have you ever fallen off keto at Christmas?
Oh yes, so I've only been good, like really good, for the last 3 Christmases, and I touched a little bit about that, the previous answer.
Yeah. I think I've fallen off the Christmas bandwagon more than you.
Yes, I would have to agree with that.
Yeah. But in saying that, excuse me, it might be one day a year, like maybe Christmas Day or some other holiday. It might be one day a year, and all I do is just jump straight back on track the next day.
I think that is very, very important. If you do, say, let's pick like the most extreme thing. If you want to have a totally non-keto Christmas Day, do that. But don't let it turn out into a week or 2 weeks, or, nip it in the bud like really, really quickly, because then you won't fall back that much. That's the best advice that I think both Chris and I can give you, is just do it for a short, go off your diet for a shorter time as possible.
Yeah, makes sense. Ruth says, sounds like a movie, I Married My Stalker.
Yeah.
Lucky says, Keto Mama, that might be a series. Yeah, that's definitely it. Michael is staying away from pool halls as he's not getting married ever.
Yeah.
No comment, Michael. Chef says, look at it this way, if you hadn't taken time to recover, you might not have met Chris, and who would you have as the cameraman?
I wouldn't have it any other way.
No,
you are my person.
In all seriousness, yes.
Yes.
We poke a lot of fun, but
yes,
I wouldn't be anywhere else right now.
Yes. You're my person.
My person. Becky says, how do I get your bamboo fiber?
Okay, would you be able to put a link?
I'll stick a link in the description box, but it's just cookwithmel.com.
Yeah, cookwithmel.com. There's a link to the bamboo fiber with a picture on it on the website. It's really basic website. It's just so that you could have a way to shop the bamboo fiber. Cookwithmel.com. Scroll down to the bamboo fiber and you can select.
Michelle says, well done on getting the bigger bag, but yeah, why not go bigger if you can? LOL.
Yeah, no, the thing is that it's great to have a 1 kg bag or a 2.2 pound bag. There's a 2-year shelf life. These expire in 2025, so it's really good.
Lily says she met her husband through his old girlfriend. He loved her legs. Lily, you never fail.
Lily.
God, between the legs this week, she was sunbathing nude last week. I think Lily may be a wee bit of a free spirit, but we encourage that. Kelly says we are staying on track by following the good way of eating 80% of the time. We just get right back on with the next meal.
That's awesome. That's perfect.
And she also has to move 30 to 60 minutes a day with biking, walking or pickleball. Yeah, that's Perfect, Kelly.
Yeah.
Paula Sloats is here.
Hello, Paula.
Hello from Disney World, Florida.
Oh.
Hello. And it's nice weather there today.
Hi, Paula.
Michelle says, yes, weight loss and living a healthy, active lifestyle is a mental journey as well as a physical one for sure. When you work on mindset, you'll find it easier to achieve. 100%.
That's my experience too.
Lily says, I don't beat myself up. I just give it a check and move on.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
Chef says, I recommend not calling it cheating, but a planned carb up day. I like that, Chef.
I like that.
That's
Yeah,
good.
that's a good one.
It is definitely a glass half full and some political spin, but that's perfect. Kelly says, I met mine while dating his cousin / roommate. Lily says, well, I stole my hobby from his girlfriend. Hey, Lily. Oh, wow. Mrs. Henderson has dropped us an enormous super
Oh,
thanks.
thank you so much, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you, Mom.
It's so much appreciated. She says it's for the camera fund.
Oh,
What
thank you
what
so
else we
much.
have? Thank you, Mom. Susan says, once I eat carbs again, it's so hard to get off them again. I make my holidays keto and keto-fired recipes, and that's
That's
a good
awesome,
plan.
Susan. And at least you know where your weak points are, and once you know, okay, I have a sweet tooth, or Chris has a sweet tooth. I like carbs. Okay, I will eat pasta, bread, rice, you name it, all day, every. That's how I was before. And for me, as long as if I bake my bread once a week, I'm good. It's he that needs the cookies and and mug cakes. And no, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I'm happy to tell the truth, but who asked?
I've made ice cream a few times. I think I've got like 1 or 2 scoops out of the whole batch. It's the truth. It's like I'm telling stories to Mom.
You literally have to fat shame me every single week.
No, not fat. It's not fat shaming. It's explaining what happens if I made ice cream. There's a difference, right?
Unbelievable.
Next question before I dig myself in a bigger hole.
Very quickly, Joanne Hine has arrived. Says hello, you two.
Hello, Joanne.
Hello, Joanne. Next question is, can each of you say what is one weird habit that the other has? So,
You
me or you?
You have a few.
Oh, here we go.
So Chris has a full-time day job. Majority of the time he is at home. So I get to observe what goes on at times.
Oh, I know where you're going with
Yes.
this. Yeah.
So when he's on a call, he loses complete awareness of what he's actually doing while he's on that call. So he will find that his car is entirely polished and cleaned, and he has no idea how that happened. What else do you do while you're on the phone? I don't know, but like he often just goes to the garage. So his car will get a polish, and magically, like, he has no recollection of what he does on the phone while he's on, in particular, a work call. Yes, so that is one really, really super weird thing. My second thing is the logic that he applies to problem solving and to putting things in a place that he thinks makes sense to go. I often will have to open up every single drawer and cupboard in the kitchen just to find what I'm looking for. And then, he'll explain, no, it makes sense that, this brush is with the cleaning stuff. Whatever. So those are my 2 things that come to the top of my head.
Oh, there's plenty more, but if that's what comes to your head, I'm good with that.
The other thing is he stores empty boxes. I'm talking medication or vitamin supplements. For example, like even containers in the refrigerator, in the pantry. He will not throw that box away for some reason. And apparently that's an old existing habit.
Are you done?
No, that's 3. I did good on that question.
I've got lots and lots. But
Go for it.
Chef says, I may have a few, but I better not say that she has a few.
No, you can.
And Michael says it's a trap. Yeah, I
It's
agree.
a trap.
No, I have one. Well, there's one bad habit that you have, which is a pet peeve of mine. Drives me insane. I mentioned it in the last live, and I thought after you'd seen that you might have fixed
I'm in trouble.
fixed your dirty ways, but you still do exactly the same thing. And what it is Mel will take something, say, out of the pantry, like Cajun spices. She will unscrew the lid, use whatever it is that she wants, and then put the lid on like not even a quarter turn. So when I come to clean the kitchen, there's all of these things sitting on the bench with the lids half-assed put on. I go pick it up and whatever it is goes flying everywhere.
And when last has that happened?
It happened. I picked up when did you use the apple extract? Last. Couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, weeks ago.
Oh, like it's so long ago. That's the last time that I picked something up that didn't have the lid
I think
on.
it's actually 3 weeks ago.
Well, congratulations. You've almost made it a month.
Which means I'm getting better.
I refuse. I refuse to acknowledge any.
Look, as long as you say yes, dear,
Yes, dear.
everything will be fine.
Fantastic. Angela says, I find it difficult to stay consistent with keto because my husband isn't. Even if I make rice, pasta or potato for him, I only eat the meats and vegetables and salads. That is awesome.
So, but Angela was saying she finds it difficult to be consistent.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the rice tempting for you? There's a lot of options, like if rice is your vice, for example. Like you can buy rice, or you can make your own, there's options if that in particular rice is really getting you down, but yeah, your choice. It might not even be too bad. Yeah.
Danny says, I met my husband in a cage. I always say Diesel's my husband, steals the bed, drools on my pillow and snores. Hey, have you been spilling my bad habits? Because that sounds exactly like me. Kelly says, what are the easiest and crispiest chips or crackers that have come from your experiments? Those are my downfall. I need a substitute. And she's saying anybody can chime in about the chips.
Gosh.
So what are your favorite, or what are your easiest and crispiest chips or crackers?
I will, there's a short video, it's 1 minute. It's basically grilled cheese. So you flavor that grilled cheese and you pop it, you flavor shredded cheese on a lined baking sheet, flavor it up, like, sort of with a corn. You can do paprika and whatever seasonings you want, barbecue chicken seasoning, whatever you want. You grill that cheese and then you just break up the grilled cheese when it's cooled. So that actually might really be a good solution, because it's really easy just to throw shredded cheese on a baking sheet lined and then sprinkle some spices on there and grill it. And then when you let it cool, it's very soft when it comes out of the oven, but once it's cooled, you just break it up and it's really, really good. So I have another tortilla chips. It's a 1 minute video. Just Google Cook with Mel. tortilla chips, and a 1 minute video should pop up. I think what I was saying earlier, that recipe is very similar, and it'll give you specific amounts as well. Anyway.
Kelly says grilled or microwaved. I have done those, and yes, yum. I actually have a silicone pan. So
Nice.
what's better, grilled or microwaved?
I'm going to say grilled, just because with the microwave, I don't know how good the cheese would do when it's overcooked. But I personally prefer grilled. I mean, it is your choice. So, yeah.
Michelle says, LOL, love Mel's cheeky laugh.
Oh, evil. I need to keep
AKA
that under
evil
wraps.
laugh. Lucky says, Mel, the fact he's eating your food is a huge compliment to your cooking and all the love you put into it.
Oh,
Exactly.
thank you
That's
so
what I
much,
said.
Lucky.
Danny asks, we know that Chris's favorite recipe is Mel's pretzel the strawberry, but what is Mel's favorite recipe?
At the moment, the chocolate cookies. I can't get enough of them.
That's a recent thing though, so what's your what would be your second, or what was your favorite prior to that?
I'm gonna say the butter chicken tray bake, which I completely forgot about. It was Chris Fisk, Auntie Chris, who reminded me how much I love butter chicken, and that butter chicken tray bake is good. But in saying that, I could probably be asked this question on a different day and pick something completely different, because
You change your mind quite often because you're a woman?
no, because I share the recipes that I like. Don't be catty with me.
I'm going to get flamed.
Don't be horrible.
I'm about to get flamed.
It doesn't cost you anything to be nice.
It is a woman's prerogative to change her mind.
And a man's?
We're very decisive. Pick something and stay with
You
it.
have to have a brain to change it.
Evil laugh, evil laugh, evil laugh.
That was really mean.
You're going to hurt
And
yourself.
I'm tearing up now, so that's how mean it was.
Unreal.
Look, his dimples are even showing. He's so pleased I roasted him.
That's offensive. All right, well done. Dustin has arrived and says,
hello.
good evening, I hope you're both well.
Hello.
Michelle says, not sure if anyone has asked, but what is your favorite way to relax, both or you, or both of you? So, wait.
I think watching TV might be, would you say? I think watching TV is my way to relax, I think. Lying on the couch, watching a movie, I think that's probably me.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, we're fairly simple when it comes to
that, yeah.
To that, it's, yeah, chilling with a movie. You also like to go to spa? Your spa things?
I do.
Like mini
Yes.
spa or massage things?
Yeah, I do like a massage. Yes, I do.
I never understand. I don't like getting beaten the hell out of, so.
Anyway, what's your favorite way to relax?
Favorite way to relax, believe it or not, like, I wouldn't say it's relaxing, but one of my favorite things to do, you spoke before about me cleaning the car. I actually really like cleaning cars as my way of like therapy or therapeutic kind of thing. To just chill and do nothing. I like to sit and watch, not so much movies, but I'll watch motorsport or watch my series or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, just for that, doing nothing. For mind kind of resetting,
Yeah.
I like to do something like cleaning the car. Something that involves a massive amount of OCD, because I can get it all out and then it kind of resets myself.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I answer it?
Yes.
Good. All right. So, what are your plans for the holidays?
Probably, Chris is taking some time off, but we're probably going to be filming during the holidays. Well, for the most part, anyway. What's your answer?
I wasn't planning to film for my holiday.
What were you planning on doing?
No, I'm kidding. I've got, I mean, I could be on leave from now until the middle of next year. I've got that much leave owing, so I have to take leave. So I've got a month off, and I think like we're planning to do some little away things, like going away for a couple of weekends here and there. But other than that, yeah, we'll just be.
Yeah, well, I think we'll be filming for the most part. I mean, yeah, weekends are different. We'll do a couple of getaways, yeah, but for me, most time spent will be filming.
All right. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Sorry, the thing just went ballistic, so I've lost. Kelly says, thank you, Mel, absolutely appreciate. Angela says, what I find difficult is having to cook 2 ways, especially when I work. It's complicated, yeah.
Oh, if I may offer some tips, you could, if you are cooking, double or triple that meal and freeze the leftovers, so that when you go, like say for example, that's a non-keto meal that you're cooking that night. When you make your keto meal, do the same thing and freeze if possible. For example, like if you've used hemp hearts as rice and you've made a Spanish rice, that is an excellent keto meal to freeze. And it does actually feel like you're eating rice with the softened hemp hearts. So to begin with, you won't have any spare meals. But if you do that for a few days, come the next week, you've got 3, spare meals, and you'll find that you don't actually have to cook on certain days, and you have options to choose from. You might just need to defrost hubby's meal, if freezing is not an option, there are ways that you're probably doing this already, but you, say your hubby wants potatoes and rice. You could make a ground beef dish, right? And then if you cook your potatoes separately, you just add them in after you've removed your ground beef, and you mix in his carb-loaded whatever, peas and whatever. You mix it after you've removed yours. I hope that helps. Anyway, Angela probably does all that already, but a lot of people actually find that a big challenge.
There's a lot of people in the same boat.
Yeah.
Because there's generally only 1, sometimes 2 people in the house who are on keto or even low carb.
Yeah.
So it is hard.
And sometimes, he can also have keto food without knowing it. Like a pie, for example. You can make for me, there's absolutely no difference between a keto pie crust and a regular pie crust. I can't taste the difference. They're both soft. They're both like a crust. So I would say, if you're making any kind of pie, make a keto crust, and it'll be fine.
Our kids were the fussiest eaters on the planet. The amount of times they've eaten keto stuff without knowing and come back for second helpings.
Yep.
And even asked, hey mum, can you make that thing again?
Yeah, I did trifle the 1 year, and that was gone. All with aeroplane jelly and keto sponge cake. Anyway.
It was good.
Yeah.
Michael says, that comment is going to cost you. Michelle, you two are cracking me up. Lucky says, Chris is such a sexist. Oh dear.
Yes.
Yvette Erasmus says it's 2:46 a.m. in SA from where your roots were.
Oh, wow. Hello, Yvette.
Dustin, listening while preparing keto chow ice cream to go in the freezer for the creamy. So excited.
Nice.
Yvette says, I do my nails, takes me 6 hours, then the day is over.
Yes.
Yeah, you can feel that pain.
Yes, I feel that pain. Anyway.
Michael says, okay, everyone drop your car off for Chris to relax. I love it. Kelly, oh Chris, I love when the masseuse beats the hell out of me, I'll even pay for it.
Yes.
Oh, Lily says you should try throwing Chris in the freezer. You get used to the pounding on the door and the cries of let me out. That's where I am for most of the week, actually, Lily. She only thaws me out on a Saturday, so I'm ready for the live on Sunday. Michelle says, both good ways to relax. I get what you're saying, Chris. Oh, good. Thank you, Michelle. At least somebody understands my rambling. Angela says, I agree, Chris. Cleaning is therapy for me. I get to use up energy and get a sense of accomplishment.
I get that, cleaning as well. I used to do way more than I do now, but yeah. Before YouTube.
Mom H says, is it cheaper to send my truck to you or send you to my truck? But then you would have to ship it back to me. Either way works for me, Mom. Either way. Michael says, go parasailing. Chris, I know you love heights. Lily says, go to Paris. Okay. Susan does crafting to relax.
Oh, lovely.
Angela says, thank you for your suggestions.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Good. Yvette says, I meal prep every Sunday. Takes me 8 hours. Make 5 different smoothies, 7 different lunches, 7 different dinners, and 7 different desserts. Wow.
Yvette says?
That was Yvette, yes.
Yeah, that's good. But
you wipe out a day, but
out a day, but it frees up every evening, 6 evenings for the week.
And it stops you reaching for something because you haven't had time to make something.
Yes.
Or you can't be bothered. At least you've got pre-made food. You know exactly what you're putting into your.
And say, for example, like if say whatever scenario, there's a temptation to go to McDonald's. You think, so I must get in my car or get them to or pay for a meal, and I already have stuff in my refrigerator. So you think twice when you are prepared. So well done. Yeah.
Danny says she wants to donate her big truck, not pickup, to Chris's OCD cleaning and relaxing. I'll happily take it. That'll keep me busy for a few hours.
Yeah.
I like that. Lily's going to donate her house to me. Becky says, I tried that before, but my husband got fat eating all of the keto stuff.
Oh, because he didn't lower his carbs.
Yeah.
That's why. You can't do high fat, high sugar, high carbs. You've got to reduce something or deprive one of those macronutrients. Yeah.
Angela says, he is my keto recipe taste tester, but I think I need to stop telling him it's keto. Yes, you do. Yes. Don't tell them the keto and then they'll never know.
Who said that?
Angela.
Ah, yes.
Stacy is here.
Stacy's here.
Stacy has arrived. Well, hello, loves. Just finishing my dinner, and I thought Chris might have been missing me. Well, I don't know what gave you that idea, Stacy.
Your name gets mentioned more often than what you might think. Believe me.
Every time I mess up a word, because I don't just do it while we're on camera.
Consistently throughout the week.
Yeah.
And you'll say, oh gosh, I can't say that. Stacy will chop my head off.
So yes, I was missing you, Stacey. I'm glad you're here. Now my week is complete. Keto Mama, aka Ruth, or the other way around actually. Mel, crispy chocolate chip cookie recipe, please.
On the channel. Oh my goodness. I have one. It is a complete crunchy cookie. And how am I can you drop a comment on one of my videos, then I can attach the link to that recipe for you so that you don't have to search through there's a lot of cookies. So you need the link. Please do that, and it's an easy recipe. Easy.
Stacy says, Mel, the pizza dough is amazing. Thank you, made it tonight. Full disclosure, amazing and filling. Could only eat one piece.
Oh, that pizza just drives me insane. It's like store-bought pizza. Well, no, it's like, just fabulous pizza, like from a pizza restaurant. So thank you for saying so.
All right, next question. Ooh, I don't know if you want to do this one or not, but we go full transparency. So someone's asked, spill the tea on the beef between you and Victoria.
Okay, there is no beef between Victoria and I.
Job done.
I think, you know what I think happens? I think there are certain people in the YouTube community, and it seems to be like more than 10. They try and pit Victoria and I against each other because, let's face it, Victoria and I, creatively in the cooking space, we think alike. I think when Victoria and I spoke, and yes, we did speak, we came to realize that, hey, we're doing something very similar. And we even had entertained the idea of doing a collab. Now, Victoria did say that she's not open to a collab as yet because it hasn't gone well for her in the past. But I am certainly open to it. I love interacting with other creators, and yeah, there's just no beef between us. There was a misunderstanding about where she got the bamboo fiber idea from, and yet again, some people in the community fed me like some things that they thought, and I looked and it looked right. So at the time I had tried to contact Victoria, but I couldn't find her contact details, and so the story grew that she got the bamboo fiber idea from me. And like you guys know, I always give credit if I get an idea from somewhere, and I think I said that I was unhappy with that fact that she didn't say where she got the idea from. And, you know, I think tempers flared, and she made a post about it just to try and reduce the suspicion, you know, of where she got the bamboo fiber idea from. But essentially, Victoria and I don't have any beef. I haven't checked on her, and I make a point of not really looking at her channel just so that I don't get inspired from what she's doing. Because we already think alike, you know, so the chances are we're going to be doing similar things. So I try not to look at her channel. But essentially, you might see us work together in the future. Who knows? I'm happy with that.
Yeah?
Yeah. No,
I could not agree more.
I felt like I rambled on there. Did I give clear information?
Yeah, it's one of those things that I think that subject needed to be addressed at some point, because there is a lot, like you say, there's a lot of comments and suggestions, and the longer that you leave it without addressing it, the more people make up their own bits to fill in the parts of the story that they're missing. Yes,
and I think I had to go and look after some comment was made. I was having a private conversation with somebody new to keto, trying to figure out what to do. So I posted this post about don't include wheat in your diet. Little beknownst to me, Victoria had a new I think it was a flour out that contained wheat. And I thought, oh my goodness, I should have checked her channel, because there again we're clashing. And so then somebody, you know, like again, somebody in the comments was pitting us against each other. And I thought, no, I need to say something. Like, you know, we're just two creators trying to give the community recipes that we can come up with and solve your low carb, problems or solutions. We're both trying to do the same thing. I think each community, mine and hers, need to be a bit more respectful of the opposing creator, because I find that there's a lot of disrespect, you know, in opposing teams. Not so much, I have to say, not so much my community. I can safely say so, because we don't really say ugly things about Victoria. However, it's a whole other ball game over there. I've seen in the past. And look, you can, somebody who's watching this who supports Victoria, you might be unhappy with what I just said, but I'm sorry, that is actually fact. I have seen some really ugly comments, and they're actually not cool, because I'm trying to help, you know, my community. So, you know, just the same as Victoria is.
And the truth is, there's more than just 2 keto channels on the entire YouTube platform. So there's room for everyone to exist. Not everybody in the world watches the same TV show. So just everyone just needs to get along. But all right. Lucky has asked, Mel, any strategies for dealing with the horrid weight plateau?
Yes. So there's actually quite a few things that you can do. I don't know, have you heard of like an egg fast? Have you heard of that? And let's face it, January's coming, people. So you need these tools to just, you know, shift the weight. Are you regular in your bowel movements? That's one thing, because sometimes if you're not, that could make you have a stall. You could do, in terms of eating, you can do an egg fast. You can do a protein sparing modified fast. Now, I actually, out of all the drastic steps you can take within the keto spectrum, I enjoy protein sparing modified fast the most. PSMF. It is very lean. So you live basically on, the fast consists of like meat and salad and eggs, and like no even keto bread or anything like that. You are quite strict with PSMF, and you should read up on it. The other one is BBBE, which is bacon, butter, beef, and eggs. Those are the main ingredients that you can have on that diet, or on that diet. And I think you can have a few like spices and cream maybe, but please just do your research and get the facts. I did it and I did not enjoy it. I couldn't. I love food, as you know, and I couldn't cope with it. I think I only lasted 3 days. But yes, aside from like exercising, switching up your, you know, how you move kind of thing, you can do things within your diet. Yes.
Don't do the BBB.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. Yeah.
It's probably the sole worst diety type thing that I've ever tried.
That's the worst thing I've done.
It's so boring.
Within keto, yeah. And like I did find the egg fast boring as well.
Yeah.
But with PSMF, I dropped 5 pounds in a week, and I did this January gone. It's going to be a year coming up. And I did that after New Year. Yeah, it did work.
It does. At least you've got some nice varied options with PSMF. Some of the others are horrid, but essentially you just need to do something different. Like if you're on just following keto and you plateau, just do something different to kind of shock your body into, oh hey, okay, now I need to adapt to this, you know, to burn more calories or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Good advice. Danny's going to give me the chrome polish and both motorcycles. Yes please, Danny. They will come back so shiny you can eat your dinner off it. Danny's asking, Michael's asking Danny to make sure Diesel's ready to nip me if he stops working.
The other thing you can do is like do a diary, Lucky, of, okay, so let's assume that you're doing keto properly and stuff. You can do a diary tracking your nutrition and what you ate for the day, and you can look at it after a week you've collected the information. You can also look at it and say, now, yes, everything is keto approved, but what can I do better within those meals? Sorry to digress.
No,
yes.
that's all good. I'm just trying to catch up. I'm not going to read out, there's a lot of comments around the Victoria subject, and a few people have got opinions on certain ways. I'm just going to leave it at that. People in the chat can read it.
That means I won't know.
No, you can read it afterwards.
Okay.
There's nothing
Okay.
good, bad, or ugly.
Okay.
But I will read one from Stacey, who says, well, she doesn't have a Chris. LMAO.
She does have her hubby.
But I don't think he films and does all that.
Yeah, okay.
Danny said, Stacey, yeah, no Chris, ha ha ha, Chris feeling the love today. And Stacey has very correctly said, wait a minute, Danielle, don't be putting words in my mouth, I didn't say it was a compliment. I would expect nothing less from Stacey. Never ever fails to disappoint. And I mean that exactly as I said it. Jennifer Fine is here.
Hello, Jen. How are you?
Hello, everybody.
Nice to see you.
Charity Shelby, hello, I'm late. Love this community, so blessed to have found you guys. Lots of love.
Hello, Charity.
Stacey was thinking of an egg fast. I don't think I could pull it off. I did make it through Turkey Day, still in ketosis. That's a pretty darn good effort.
That is a
Stacey,
good effort,
in all
yeah.
seriousness. Michael lost 5 kilos on the BBBE.
Wow.
That is good.
That's roughly 10 pounds in a week.
Chef ate 5 pounds of bacon on that challenge. It was very good. All right. Next question. You haven't been posting videos as often lately. Is everything okay?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Yes, everything is okay. So, I have been held up with posting videos because of, that's the main reason, is this actually takes more work than what I imagined it would take. We originally were trying to have this product in America and Australia at least, because that's where majority of you guys are. So anyway, we got stumped with shipping and FDA and anyway, but yeah, so a lot of time was wasted trying to make that happen. Other than that, no, I'm blaming that. But hopefully, I can post more videos real soon.
Yeah, that's been part of it, but excuse me, not to throw myself under the bus, but I've been part of it as well because I do the filming and the editing. I need obviously time to do that, to coordinate with you and all that kind of stuff. This time of year for me, work-wise, is ridiculous. Like I literally need 2 or 3 of me to get through towards the half year or the end of the half year. But that takes me away from being able to film, edit, all that kind of stuff, which, yeah. Now that I'm going to have, excuse me, effectively a month off, I think we will try and stack as much content as we can so we can release on a more regular basis.
Yes.
So part of it's your fault, part of it's my fault. But that's a good fault to have, the bamboo fiber.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, we're trying to do something brand new. So Anyway, next question.
Okay.
Or any comments.
Yeah, I've been kind of going questions, comments, etc. So, Kelly says, I've been stuck for 6 to 9 months. May try PSMF after the new year. A lot is cortisol and stress, freezing my loss. Okay.
Right.
Ruth says, I love BBBE, but I love beef, lamb, water, and salt too. I love that. Becky, thank you, Mel, for answering all my questions. When I have them watching your tutorial, I know it's time consuming.
Oh, it's fun. No, it's not. It's lovely chatting, actually.
Becky can't stand egg white, cardboard bread.
Or foam.
Yeah.
Foam bread. Yes. It's the recipes never worked for me. That's why I don't have it on the channel. My bread always caves. Anyway.
Mrs. H. Yeah, Stacey, no one has a Chris except Mel.
I'm willing to share. Well, during the live show, in a chat kind of format.
Hey, are you seriously trying to pimp me out?
In a chat format. Anyway.
Danny says, hard-boiled eggs, give dog the yolks, mayonnaise, roast beef, Swiss on egg white halves. Ooh, that sounds really good.
That sounds very good.
Stacey says, well, Doctor Who Day here today. Grandson stayed, so we're off to watch it again for the 4th time today. Happy week, loves. You too, Chris. And then she's got a kind of emoji. Have a great week, Stacey.
Bye,
Thank you for coming again. Hope to see you again next week. I'll be very disappointed if you don't show up. Did I say that appropriately enough?
I don't know. Next question.
I was reading off the script that I wrote for myself. Kelly says, I really like your suggestions and pictures of your easy meals, Danielle. Thank you. Ruth says, do you have a cornbread recipe?
Yes.
We do.
Yes, we do. And it's made with the CK flour. So it's actually not far down. If you click on the videos tab, it's not too far down, but it is actually labeled cornbread, and it is a very nice recipe. I mean, the bread is nice. Cornbread. Anyway.
Okay, so we'll do another question here. Why do we never see your kids in the videos?
My eldest child, who's a boy, he's 23. He lives in New Zealand, which is a whole other country apart from Australia. My daughter, who is 19, she's, a socialite, and she's not even here at the moment. She's spending the weekend. Stop it. She's spending the weekend with her friends, and I don't know. She's not really interested in
being on camera.
In making an appearance. Yeah.
Yeah, she hates being on camera, and there's no.
She hates being on camera if it doesn't suit her, and you know how these young kids are of today. They need to be Instagram ready and that kind of thing.
Yeah, all of the above.
Yeah.
But plus, I mean, it's not really like if it was a family vlog channel or a day in the life vlog, you would expect to see your kids. But when you're doing a video tutorial on how to make a recipe, it's not. I mean, she could do a video or be in a video, but what is the actual
She could, however, there are actually many keto channels who do feature their kids every now and again, and I think why not? It's a way to be relatable and for you to get to know us on a different, or the creator or the YouTuber on a different level, I think. So I don't, if I could have them appear on camera, I certainly would. And, maybe when my son visits, he will at least indulge us.
Angela Diaz, you mentioned Chris works from home. Do you have a job outside the home, Mel, aside from your channel work?
No, this is my full-time job. This is my full-time job.
Yeah, but it's like we've said before. It's not just, I'll make a video and poke it out. or make a video and send it. There's all of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, testing recipes, creating recipes that fail and trying to tweak them.
I think that's actually the most time-consuming part of what I do.
Also, like if I was to look from the outside in, all of the platforms, like there is YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
Pinterest.
Patreon. There's inquiries that come through the website. All of the stuff. It's not just a sort of 5-minute part-time thing. It actually takes an incredible amount of time just to get through all of the communication without testing recipes and doing all that kind of stuff.
I do get quite a bit of like private messages of people, asking a question for, about a recipe or about keto. And look, I'm happy to help, but it does take up some time doing that. So it is what it is. I just try my best to please everybody, and when something's falling down or hasn't received my attention for a while, I will give it my full. So and it doesn't help having attention deficit disorder either, because it means that I lack consistency and regularity. It's just a part of my condition and how my brain doesn't work.
Danny is out of here. Love you all. Got to drive my next 11 hours in 4 hours. Good night, California. Here we come.
Ta-da!
Get some sleep, Danny, and be safe out there. Now, I'm getting roasted here by Michelle. Oi, you missed my question, Chris. You're fired. But I can't find a question from you, Michelle. Stop it.
Good.
The last...
Michelle, could you please retype your question?
The last question.
Our geriatric patient here could recover from his...
Look, I have enough trouble with messages that are there.
Your eyes are big enough. You should be able to, see like 360 with peripherals and everything. While we're waiting for Michelle to ask her question, could you ask, progress? Is there any more comments or more questions?
Yes, there is. Michelle has just typed her... okay. Michelle, thank you very much. This question that you've asked, I did see this before, but you retracted the message, so it disappeared. So I figured that you didn't want me to read it out. So there. No, I didn't miss it.
Just read the question.
Okay, all right.
Focus.
When will bamboo fiber be available? Sorry, not sure if you mentioned that. And would you consider Afterpay and or Zip on your website for payments?
Interesting. The Zip and Afterpay is your thing, but it is available now. So if you just head to cookwithmel.com, the bamboo fiber is right there at the the landing page, and Afterpay and Zip is your baby.
I'll check into it, Michelle, and then are you able to send Michelle a message?
Yes.
After? Yeah, I'll check into it, Michelle, see if I can enable that as payment methods, and then Mel will send you a...
let her know when it's done. Yep.
Right, now that I have attended to the message that I didn't miss, we should carry on. Becky asked, do you take collagen supplements, Mel? If so, how?
Yes, I'll just show you what my vitamins look like, right?
Okay. Whilst we're getting those, Chef says you can't fire me because I work for free. Hey, ain't that the truth, Chef? Ain't that the truth?
Just make sure that's in shot.
Yep.
Oh, I won't bring my vitamins in because my vitamins are tailored to me. So I take a multivitamin, right, with a little bit of everything as you would expect a multivitamin to do. I take B12 a strong B12 vitamin, and that is to help with tiredness and lethargy and stuff like that. I take a vitamin D with 1,000 UI, which is quite strong, and that is to support my bones because I've been through menopause. And once you've been through menopause, your body lacks the ability to absorb calcium, which means you will be vitamin D deficient. So that's why I take that one. So yeah, that's the full spectrum. And then when I have a protein shake, that's what I use, because this one is very good. It's 0 carb and it has 15 grams of collagen per serve. I feel like I need much more collagen than that, but what do you guys?
You do not.
Oh, I do.
No, you
Trust me. But I also feel no amount of collagen is going to help me at this point.
Oh, stop it.
Anyway, keep going.
You look gorgeous. I know there's a million other people that agree with that.
Thank you, but
And stop playing with the microwave.
my knee is.
Chef says, if you have missed that thumbs up, don't forget, like I do, yes, please, everybody hit the thumbs up or the like button if you are enjoying this live. Lackey says, Mel, your kids are adults, not likely they'll want to be on your YouTube channel. Yep, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Becky already thumbs up. Everyone's saying later, Danielle. Lily says, well, I must be off and I don't mean my rocker. Take care and God bless all. Bye, Lily. Have a good week, my dear. Boom. I'm not sure what Michael's saying. Yvette said, sorry, the comments have just gone. They do this thing where they refresh all the time.
Oh, and Yvette, thank you for attending the live at such an ungodly hour.
Yvette says, change your ADD to ADHD.
Same thing for me.
Yeah.
Well, in terms of the condition anyway.
Susan says her daughter has ADD. I know all about how yours brains work. And Chef says he called the squirrels ADHD. All right. Ruth says, are you still trying to lose weight, Mel, or are you at your goal weight?
I'm at my goal weight and have been for a very long time. Years, actually. This is my goal weight. This is not the goal weight of what, your BMI and all that would say. Technically, according to a BMI kind of weight structure, I am in the beginnings of overweight. Now, I am 15 pounds over goal weight. The reason I did that is because, yes, I was at goal weight. Can you work out what's 59 kgs in pounds?
Okay, one moment.
I was at goal weight and had no trouble maintaining it, right? However, I felt weak. I don't know how to explain that, but you just feel like you've got no power. What's the
130 pounds.
130 pounds. I have a couple of pictures, but I was 130 pounds. I'm now 150 pounds, I think, thereabouts. Yeah, which I'm happy with. The hanging skin was a real turn off for me, and I thought, you know what? I just want to. My goal was just to be able to shop clothing in the normal people section, not go to the plus size, because I hated the way the plus size fitted. They don't make, like here or back in New Zealand, they didn't make clothes that flattered me. I just looked worse, I felt. So it didn't help with, feeling good about myself or anything like that. And coupled with not being able to tie your laces and all that kind of thing. So there was that feeling, and then go to the complete opposite spectrum of feeling weak, not feeling good about being thin because you've got, or I had big arms, I still have big arms, and majority of it is loose skin from being overweight. But now it's not so jiggly because I am 10 kgs overweight now. So I'm happy with this. For somebody, like I feel, for somebody who's my age, I don't need to be a size 0 or a size 2. I'd be quite happy with size 4 or 6. So this is why I am where I am, and it's because that's what I want. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well said.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Angela said, that's what I imagined, having a channel as yours is very time consuming to create. I appreciate all your hard work from both of you.
Thank you.
Kelly's out of here, off to join the fam for bacon, cheeseburger, salad and Doctor Who. Hugs to all and thank you both.
Wow, we should finish off too, because
Yeah.
we're probably keeping everyone longer than...
Where are we at? We're at an hour and a half.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we didn't get through all the questions, but that's all right. We'll save some for next time. I'll just get through the last of the comments here. And then we can sign off.
Yeah.
Michelle Ware, okay, I reposted it after correcting a mistake, so it should have been there. Thanks for the response on the question I did repost earlier, haha. Well, no, I'm sorry, Michelle, but you posted it, then you took it away, and
Job, you got told off.
then you threw a Molotov cocktail at me. It's not there. You can go back and read it. It's not there.
Anyway,
No.
focus.
No.
Focus.
No, but I'm right for once. Stop it. Okay, Angela says, I agree, Chris, she's gorgeous inside and out.
Oh, thank you, Angela.
Mom H, you are so beautiful, Mel, for once Chris is right.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
Becky, I agree with Chris, you look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Becky.
Lucky says, Mel, please be nicer and more flattering to yourself. There are too many people out there that can do that for you.
Oh, yes, I agree. I mean, I don't think I used to have, it was way worse before, but I think I like to be realistic about things and not talk myself down too much or not talk myself up too much, because none of those come off really good. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Lucky, I've been trying for 14 years.
I think stay humble is a good option.
It is.
Yeah.
Stay humble is fine, but don't self-deprecate either.
No, I'm trying to be fair and realistic. It's hard when you're talking about yourself.
It is. It's always
Yeah.
the first person to criticize yourself is yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. What really turns me off is, like anybody, including myself, if, oh my God, I've got the best hair and, gosh, my skin and my, I mean, who likes a person who talks like that? I mean, no.
No, you're not.
Anyway,
You're not like that.
go on.
All right. Susan says, Mel, you are gorgeous. Have always thought so.
Thank you.
Angela says, I didn't use a scale or mirror to determine my weight. When I was able to cross my legs and climb stairs without being out of breath is when I said I'm comfortable.
That's fantastic.
And Chef loves that, Angela.
Yeah.
Yep. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Michelle says, bah, ha, 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 ha. Well, I know it was there, so YouTube is playing games, but that's nothing new with my comments. Ask Mel. Oh,
Yes.
that's like saying, I'll go and ask Mum. I said, Mrs. H, Mom H, says, being right, Chris, is not always right. Yvette, see how much I love you guys. 3:32 now in SA. Good morning.
Yes. That's
Michael
huge.
says, Chris, you're beautiful too. There's my charity for the week.
You're a charity case. And that is all we have for you today. We hope you have a lovely weekend, and it's Sunday morning here, so we are going to ease into the day, and I hope to see you real soon. Blessings and kisses and much love for the rest of the week. We will see you real soon.
Bye, guys.
That's Mozzie's.